Well, don't call it a comeback, don't call it a continuance, call it an enlargement. Looks like one of Sarah Boone's, new lawyers would like to embiggen the timeline. It's not a continuance, Your Honor, it's an embiggenment, okay? Um, I saw this and I was like, how am I gonna get through this order without giggling? Because I do like the creative use of, English language we all agreed on. So he's like, "Look, I'm not asking for a continuance. It's an embiggenment. It's an enlargement of time." Time is a social construct, apparently. It Good Lord. This is for Sarah Boone. Yes, she of Samsonite. Defendant's motion for enlargement of time. Again, don't call it a continuance. Comes now the defendant, Sarah Boone, by and through undersigned counsel, pursuant to Rule 3.050, Florida R. Criminal P, hereby moves this honorable court for an enlargement of time to file defendant's witness list, digital exhibit list, physical exhibit list, and any objections to the state's exhibits for good cause. What this sentence could have said is, I'm sorry, Your Honor, our dog ate our homework and we need more time. We have the proof. The dog is over there. Let me send you a cute picture of my puppy. Let's go. One, on August 5th, 2024, the court entered its scheduling order notice of hearing and set forth deadlines for filing witness list, exhibit list, and objections hitherto. Now, again, this judge is playing no more games. He explained in a nearly 15-page document that, Sarah, you are out of chances. I am done. This court case is going on. And Mr. Lawyer, Mr. James Owens, look, you knew this coming in. I am not playing you a little violin, which is in my Amazon cart. Don't you worry. We will be getting small violins soon before Sarah Boone starts. But you came into a case knowing these parameters, and I am getting really sick of, well, I'm new, I need more time. She's had 9 new, okay? I am done. George deserves his chance to have his case heard in court. Sarah, even though I dislike her humaning at all measures, I think that while she might be good at cleaning, she's just about terrible at everything else. But that's my personal opinion, and good Lord, everyone has them. Feel free to disagree in the comments. I understand I do go to full petty mode, but I would like to tell you that I am not on my high horse. It's a mini pony. It's a hornicorn, as my youngest used to say instead of unicorn. It's a hornicorn, a mini hornicorn that I ride in and feel better about myself. No, I'm just kidding. Anywho, let's get to number 2. 2, undersigned counsel James Owen filed his notice of appearance with the court on August 30th, 2024. 3, Dr. Julie Harper met with the defendant, Sarah Boone, on Thursday, September 5th, 2024. How long did she spend at the bar afterwards? These are the real questions we must know. At the Orange County Jail in Orlando, Florida. Based on that interview, as well as other meetings she has had with the defendant, Dr. Harper has joined, Witnesses Anonymous. No, I'm just kidding. Has formed the opinion that the defendant met the criteria for battered spouse syndrome defense under Florida law. I am going to be very honest with you guys. I have so many issues with her using the cloak, the mask, the shield of battered spouse syndrome when it is apparent by the body cams, by Sarah weaponizing, Jorge living in the house. It feels grody. It feels gross. Sorry, kiddo interruptus. But it feels gross. Again, as an outsider looking in, and I wasn't there, but to the casual observer, it looks like a Johnny Depp Amber Heard situation where they were both mutually combative, both mutually toxic to each other. And unfortunately, they didn't get away from each other before someone paid the ultimate price. And again, if you wonder what my problem about Sarah is, if you wonder why I find her so Well, abhorrent as a person, not, I hope she gets, I want her to get her day in court. I want her to have due process. But if you want to understand my absolute disgust with Sarah, she is more worried about people talking about her on the internet, talking about her in the jail, saying something that she doesn't approve of, than the fact that she cost two little girls, and I know that their relationship was bad, but she cost two little girls their dad. She cost a family their son, their brother, their cousin. And she is more upset that people are making fun of her on the internet than that she cost someone her life. Had she shown actual repentance, had she actually shown that this, affected her greatly day to day, she lost the love of her life, then I would have much less derision of her. But let's continue. And on a personal note, I get to have my hornicorn of moral high ground on this one and this one alone, because I have been a person to tell two little girls their dad is not coming back. And until or unless you have had to be the messenger of that particular, news, you cannot understand the devastation, the lifelong, someone is missing. And even though my girls have my husband and a great support system from, their father who passed away, his family has been very involved, and, I can't fault anyone. But unless or until you have to deliver that message, uh, don't come at me. I will be snarky because I am saying things that, Sarah has to hear. She cost someone his life. End of story. Now, it could have been unintentional, it could have been intentional. I don't care, but that still rises to reckless homicide. Actions have consequences, and you cannot use the face mask of someone else's suffering when you, in no way, in my opinion, and again, these are my opinions, feel free to, excoriate my ideas in the comments. I don't care. I am simply speaking my truth. And the fact of the matter, the bottom line is that she is more worried about derision on the internet than she is that she cost someone his life. And I can't with that. I don't know how you fix that. Now, on number 4, on Friday, September 6, 2024, Dr. Harper advised the undersigned counsel of her opinion regarding the defendant's battered spouse syndrome. As a result, the defendant filed on Friday, September 6, 2024, her notice of intent to rely on battered spouse defense. 5, subsequent to filing the notice of intent to rely on battered spouse defense, the defense has diligently attempted to gather corroborating evidence and witnesses in support of said defense. The defense's investigation only began once the doctor formed her opinion. That is a false statement, and I'll tell you why. Her first lawyer was going to float this defense. They had Julie Harper, the doctor, who was going to help her facilitate this, I guess, the process to use this defense. At that point, they dropped that defense several days before the trial was supposed to come on. So again, this is not something that they've had to rush around. There has been attempts by multiple attorneys to put in this defense. This is not something that they've had to start from scratch, if you will. At least in my understanding of things and from what the judge has responded when they have tried to continue the case, but now they're going to embiggen the timeline. The defense's investigation only began. Okay, so the defense is having difficulty locating witnesses and gathering evidence to establish and support the defense due to the passage of time. The investigation is ongoing, and the defense anticipates additional witnesses and evidence will be uncovered. 6, the court has set the matter for trial on Monday, October 7th, 2024. The defense anticipates amending its reciprocal discovery obligations up to and throughout 2-week trial. 7. Above referenced court order sets forth a deadline of August 17th, 2024 for the defense to file any objections to the state's exhibits or the defense to file a witness and exhibit list. 7. The defendant respectfully moves this honorable court to enter an order extending the deadlines for defense to file any objections to the state's exhibits. For the defendant to file a witness and exhibit list for the time period up to and throughout the 2-week trial. So he wants to be able to bring in exhibits during the trial. He wants trial by ambush. No. Now, this is why I'm not the judge, because I would tell him, respectfully, this court tells you to pound fucking sand. Sorry for the F word, but this woman ticks me off. Again, this is kind of close and personal to me on a weird level, because when you have been that person to tell a child that their parent is never coming back, that is a role that I never wish I had to do. But because I did, yes, I feel strongly about this. This is a bit personal to me. This is a bit upsetting, and I have let my feelings get into this. So I make all those caveats, and I appreciate if, you disagree with me fully and you have stayed to watch the entire video. Wherefore the defendant, through the undersigned counsel, moves this honorable court for enlargement of time within which to file any objections to the state exhibits, for the defendant to file witness and exhibit lists, and for such other further relief as the court deems just and proper. Signed, James Owens. Sir, all I have to say is you saw the circus, you saw the monkeys, and you decided to buy a ticket. And not only buy a ticket, you decided to be the ringmaster. You knew all of the flying monkeys were not in a row, and you again took this case hoping that the judge would change his mind. And I don't think he's going to, but go ahead and ask for an embiggenment. I'm sure it will be great. Have fun with that. I doubt you're going to get it. But those are my opinions. Look, I am in a snarky mood. Like I said, there is nothing more offensive to me than someone who refuses to take responsibility, refuses to acknowledge the devastation they've wrought on other people, and then decide to play the victim card. So yes, I am a bit more snarky. I am not the happy-go-lucky Mo that, just serves subversive wit. This one actually bothers me. This one bothers me a lot. And just get ready for a petty hurricane. I will be queen of the pettyverse in this trial. Not gonna lie, not gonna hide it. I have an angle. I have a bias. I will try to, call balls and strikes as I see them, with unbiased. But when she starts spouting stupid, I will object. With the powers vested in me by me and my petty mini horse of justice, my hornicorn of moral high ground that may have short legs. Anywho, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like the shenanigans that I pull out. If not, at least thank you for watching the video in part or whole. I appreciate it, even if you didn't agree with me. So thank you so much. Have a great day. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. But if you meet a butthole, screw them. Phrasing. I'll come up with a better tagline. Y'all know me.